Hello, everyone. My name is Stuart Fleetwood. I head up BMC's Digital Service and Operations Management Business Unit in the Asia Pacific Japan region, which includes India. And today it is my great pleasure to introduce to you Debashis Singh. Mr. Singh, would you like to introduce yourself and Mphasis, the organisation we're going to be talking about today?
Sure. Thank you so much, Stuart, for having me here. Hello, everyone. My name is Debashis Singh. I'm the global CIO for Mphasis. Mphasis is an IT services company based out of India, primarily provide technology services to our customers in North America, Europe, and the rest of the world. From an industry perspective, we focus on BFSI as our primary target industry. From a revenue standpoint, roughly around 1.4 billion, with a market cap close to 6 billion, and with an employee strength of around 34,000 employees. Thank you so much for that intro requirement, Stuart.
And I understand you're ranked in the top 10 Indian service providers in India. Do I have my facts right on that?
That is correct. We were ranked between sixth or seventh player in the IT services industry. Roughly around 25 years in the industry so far. And as I said, focusing primarily on the BFSI. So we kind of have all large BFSI player as our customers for multi years now. We play in a very selective market, and we play as the most preferred partner for our customers that we are providing services.
So, Deb, if we could use your short form name, which we've used for the many years that we've dealt with you, Deb, if you could share with us what has it been like over the extraordinary years, the last couple of years that we've all been through. We've all got extraordinary stories, but can you give us a sense of what the last couple of years has been like for you and for Mphasis in particular?
Sure. I will say it was very interesting time for everyone, and particularly IT industry for that matter. Why it is interesting? It is definitely difficult times, but at the same, it gave us opportunity to possibly redefine many of the uh, legacy BAU processes, legacy way of doing things, got completely redefined in a new way of digital era. And we used to believe as a company that every industry, every single business is a digital business. And the current pandemic reassured and reconfirmed our belief. And today's context, digital has become the mainstream and the way to look forward for any service companies across the globe. While it came as a surprise, and definitely the scale was beyond expectation, imagination of anyone. But I will say, as an industry, the entire IT services has definitely pulled up and given that assurance to our customers that we can stand up and deliver the services without interrupting, without really impacting the end objective or end goal of delivering services. So, as we all know, working from home or working remote is nothing new for IT services company. It was always there. What changed is the scale and, of course, the timeline. That was, as I said, it's beyond expectation. Nobody was ready. So everybody kind of went back and reinvent how to ensure that the entire population, entire workforce are working seamlessly from every part of the globe. It is no more defined that you are working from home from the same city or major locations, and particularly talking about India, every single village across the length and breadth of the country, there are employees from all IT services companies, and they are connecting to not only the enterprise network, they are connecting to the customer environment and delivering services just the way they used to do it in the past. So that is easily said than done. If you get into details, what are things changed? employees are outside the office network. The data, so to say, in the current age, is all majority is in cloud. So the perimeter has kind of disappeared. So that brought a lot of questions of visibility, manageability, and security. So those are the areas which I believe every leader, every single enterprise across the industry started innovating, looking at multiple options, finding the best solution, and looking forward so that they continue to provide the same level of assurance, same level of support, and same level of predictability which is to happen inside the office premises. So it is both ways. While there are challenging times, there are difficult times, but in this situation, how you can stick to your primary objective, your customers requirement, delivering the right services without interruption, and of course bringing that value, that was the, I think, say, the positive side of it. So it works both ways. There was opportunity, there were kind of difficult situations, but I believe from an industry as well as from an Mphasis perspective, we see this as a huge opportunity, and that is how it is translating in our numbers, in us, in the confidence that our customers are continuously showing on us in the current times.
So we've been doing business together for a few years, Deb. There was a moment last year in particular when you started the conversation with us around your monitoring and management challenges. I think we get a sense as to why it happened when it happened. But could you give us a bit of a feel for what was happening inside the organisation to make that general topic such an important one for you at that time?
Sure. I touched upon a couple of points, and Stuart, as you know, IT services industry or any enterprise environment within IT services organization is relatively complex compared to any other industry. That is primarily because the way we deliver services to our customers, we call something ODC, offshore development centers, and these are very very unique environment aligned to each customers, and this is a logical extension of the customer environment to the offshore locations like in India and rest of the world. So that brings one level of complexity. You are talking about a network inside a network. So you have a larger enterprise environment. Inside the enterprise environment, you have the customer defined networks or ODCs inside. That was one side of the due to the nature of the business that we are in. The second part, we more from the technology trend standpoint. As you know, we work extensively in the cloud space, helping our customers to migrate to cloud, adapt to the cloud. So we definitely kind of whatever the services we provide to our customers, we internally definitely try that out. We ensure that we work that path and we have the right use cases and stories when you go back to the clients and say, hey, this is how we have done it. And if it is working for 30,000, 35,000 strong company, it will work for you as well. So with that as the one of the strategic driver, we started our cloud journey around 4 years back, and it was a little 2.5 years journey due to the nature and the complexity that we had. But post migrating all our workloads to cloud, we realized that the traditional approach of uh, getting the visibility inside your infrastructure, inside your environment is not going to work anymore. Because you are talking about a multi-cloud environment. It is not a single cloud service provider. You are talking about the different flavors of cloud. It is IaaS, it is platform as a service, software as a service. So all possible combinations we have. So it really makes the environment and the network so complex that is when we realized we have to look beyond what are the standard tools and systems we had, look for something which is new age, brings that capability and of course the ability to give us visibility into this complex environment and provide us enough intelligence which help us to arrest any issue or any challenges proactively on real time basis. So that is what our intention, and that is when we get engaged and we started working together. And I'm really happy today, as we speak, it is all live. Thank you so much for your sponsorship and of course the commitment that we have got from BMC.
So, the concept of using new innovative ways to manage increasingly complex infrastructure, you started dabbling at some stage in AI and using AI in an operations management context, and we joined then at that stage to show you what we've been doing. But why did you embraced it? You're one of many organizations that are looking at it, but I think in terms of the maturity of your operations and how you're leveraging AI in your operations management paradigm is really quite distinctively different. So what made you believe so much in the AI, in the promise of AI, and how has that actually manifested itself for you?
Very interesting questions, Stuart. Thanks for that. Uh, I will just take you to history of Mphasis. We first invested in a lab working on different cognitive technologies way back in 2013, 2012, and 13 financial year. Quite some time back, those time, AI was possibly just emerging. It was not there. So we started with I believe vaguely it was the big data time. And that is when we started. We realized that when you're talking about data, there has to be a way to kind of analyze and get the intelligence out of this. And as we all know, that is the beginning of digital transformation. So, as I said, that's one of the key GTM strategy for Mphasis. And we wanted to ensure that whatever the services we internally consume or deliver to our customers, we should have the cognitive technologies on that. And that is what has ensured our positioning today in front of our customers. So coming back to the point of how we have got into AI and so on and so forth. Uh, Today, if you look at uh, any operational management systems, it is monitoring real-time environment across this heterogeneous network and the infrastructure we just spoke about. And what is that it monitors? It monitors each and every transaction, or in terms of each and every alert that gets generated from the system. So once you have this alerts being generated, how you are correlating it, how you are ensuring that not a single alert is getting missed. Humanly, it is not possible. We have to bring technologies, particularly the cognitive technologies using machine learning and artificial intelligence. And with the IOPS coming in, this becomes the de facto way of looking forward for any automations today. Because without the intelligence coming in, whatever we do, that will be possibly halfway. So, in the current context, if you look at automation being one of the primary driver for our strategic viewpoint, what we ensure that each and every services, each and every tools and systems that we have, we definitely bring in the cognitive side of it, putting the AI and ML into it, and getting the best intelligence out of those systems, which can be actioned on time proactively, so that when we provide these services to our customer, our internal employees, we know that this is where we stand, this is the challenge, real challenge, and this is how it can be fixed. So that is the primary driver when we are looking at the solutions in the market. And of course, with the capability bringing part of your platform, it becomes the choice for us to look forward. But as we speak today, the cognitive technologies, AIs and ML, has become the real need of the hour. Looking at the mammoth size of the data that is coming or generated from all the systems put together, be it your on-prem environment, be it your endpoints, be it your server environment, or be it your cloud environment. So bringing all data together, analyzing it, and bringing the intelligence on proactively, that is what is required. And we are really happy at the current state what we are seeing it. Things goes right, this will become one of the service line for us to provide services to our customers, where when we provide our infrastructure services to our clients, we would like to bring this intelligence part as well, which will help our customer to achieve their objective, and of course make it more smoother, more predictable, more assured in terms of services and availability going forward.
I can see how that would be of great interest to customers, particularly when they have critical systems such as the BFSI sector that you operate with. But tell me about the people inside Mphasis. How did they react to the strategy around AIOps? Did they see it as a positive for the business? What were some of the experiences you had with the people?
Well, as I said, we invested on a lab working on the cognitive technologies way back, and there are multiple solutions comes from the lab. And there, when we were initially analyzing way back internally to kind of build solutions or bring out the intelligence out of the logs that we capture. I mean, we all know it is not limited to the operational logs. It has got security logs. It has got event logs, and so on and so forth. How you correlate everything, bring the intelligence out. That always used to be a, I can say, limitation or hindrance in kind of bringing a more assured, predictive system for your customers. So that was definitely a need. So hence, I will never say that there was any kind of resistance or any kind of challenge from the team internally to look at these technologies. And today, as we talk, we are able to kind of get a lot of data, which was possibly a lot of intelligence, which was possibly always there, but it was not visible to us. So that is the strength it brings. That is the value it brings to the table. Intelligence and driving automation based on those intelligence is the way forward. As an organization, we strongly believe that, and our infrastructure services arm, which provides services to our customers, capitalize on those areas, and of course takes those solutions to our clients as well. So we do a lot of automation at multiple layers, be it orchestration layer, be it robotics layer, or whatever possible way in the scripting layer as well. And while we do all this, the basic input, the basic intelligence to drive those automation comes from the platforms like this, which provides us the real intelligence which can be acted on. So that way, it is a win-win situation, both internally from our priority standpoint to provide services to our customers, which is our employees. At the same time, to take it to our clients who are working with us under our infrastructure services arm, and of course, give them the value that they're looking forward. So this is something, a win-win situation. I will definitely say it's adding a lot of value to us today.
Deb, that's been a fantastic insight. Just in terms of the immediate future for Mphasis, when you close your eyes and think about what's next, what are you thinking about? Where's your mind at in terms of a future look?
Well, for what next? Wanted to be the undisputed leader in the space that we work. As I said, we focus primarily on the BFSI segment, and we bring a lot of value to our customers on using the cognitive technologies, AI, ML, and of course robotics area of it. So that, having said that, that is what the domain that we work, that is what the space we work. We want to become the most preferred partner for all the customers, while we are today for a large number, but we want to become for everyone and become the undisputed leader in that space. So thank you so much for that question.
Well, it's an absolute privilege to be part of your innovation partners in your endeavour to differentiate using technologies to be market leaders. We take that very seriously at BMC. We think a lot of organisations today at a turning point in terms of their adoption of automation to drive real business outcomes, and we look at ML and analytics as part of that picture. So it's been a fantastic experience for us as well as your supplier. You've always been a strong advocate for this way of thinking with our community of customers. It's a great pleasure to have you on this session today. I want to thank you for your time, Deb, and for your candor. Thanks very much.
Absolute pleasure having me here. Thank you so much and wish you all the very best.